You either die a trilogy, or live long enough to see yourself become Batman and Robin. Hello, and this is my first movie review for my new channel, The Pointless Cinema, and I hope I do a good job. So I'm going to be reviewing The Dark Knight Rises, which I know it's a day late, but I wanted to see other reviews, and I also thought I'd pay a little respect for the people that died in Colorado yesterday. I don't want to make this video too long, but I try to make it good. I'm gonna try to put no spoilers. Though I'm probably gonna accidentally sneak a few, so just be prepared for that. I'm gonna try my best not to, but it's hard not to with a movie this awesome. So if you don't know, the first movies were Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. I had to show those. I'm kind of excited that I have them, but those are the first two. And this is supposed to be the last one, and I'm kind of happy with it being the last one. It left off good. I never was too excited about Batman. Like, I never was like waiting impatiently between the years. When everyone would come out, I always have to see it no matter what. So that's pretty much. I gotta say, this one did give me mixed feelings. There was some spots that made me wonder, but most of it was actually pretty good, and I think better seeing in theaters than on DVD. I saw The Dark Knight 8 times in the theaters, so that shows you something. I really like The Dark Knight, but this one didn't feel anything like The Dark Knight. This one actually felt a little bit more like Batman Begins, which is good for some people. It felt like a mixture of Batman Begins, a tiny bit dash of The Dark Knight, and a little bit of some of the older Batman movies, but mostly it did give the Christopher Nolan feeling, not cartoony or kiddish at all. Mostly because of all the death in it, and don't worry, there's no really gory things in it. They really don't show anybody dying on screen. Bane does snap a few necks, but you really never see him killing the people. A good part about this is it catches you off guard. So many things like, whoa, I did not see that coming, which some people might hate that, but I like when a movie catches you off guard. I think that it's really a good thing. Like I said, this one didn't give me the same feeling that The Dark Knight did, which is not a bad thing, because every movie has to be original, but I don't know, I really like The Dark Knight. Then again, I might have liked The Dark Knight because I am a really big fan of the Joker. But this movie is really long, it's almost 3 hours, but honestly, I would have been happy if it was longer. I was kind of sad when it ended. Speaking of the movie ending, best ending almost in any movie I've ever seen. It feels like it leaves you with a cliffhanger, but Christopher Nolan said this was his last one. So it doesn't make sense, unless this is his last Batman movie and he goes on with another hero from the Batman thing. Wink, wink. Spoiler alert. Okay, this is not going to be a long spoiler, but if you do not want to hear the spoiler, I recommend muting your thing immediately. Just lower the volume all the way, because I have to let this go. If you don't care about the spoilers, listen to it right now. But if you do, turn the volume off. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to turn the volume off. Alright, so here you go. Robin is in this. Yep, Robin is in it. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I'm gonna put a little thing. The one detective guy, he ends up being Robin. And at the end of the movie, he goes into the Batcave, and the reason you know he's Robin is because at the end, the one lady's like, I like your full name. You should use it." Then she says his first name, then she says his last name is Robin, and I guess he's Robin because he goes into the Batcave, and this thing goes up, and as the thing goes up to the screen like this, I'm like, please don't let it in, please don't let it in. And right as it went to the top of the screen, The Dark Knight Rises in the trailer, not the trailer, the credits went on, and I was sad. Alright, so you can bring your volume up. Bring it up. It's kind of a gay motion, but bring it up! So if you actually figured out what I was saying, turn the volume up, go see this movie. If you're a man or a woman, you would like this. Mostly men, but I think many women would like this. And guys, if your girlfriend brings you to go see Twilight, any of the years, she has to come with you to this one, because, no. And make sure she doesn't fall asleep, because she made sure you didn't. And some people might complain that this isn't Bane's origin story, but I don't care. I really like this origin story better. Another thing is I like how Christopher Nolan took his own little creative thing onto Bane, because if you look in the comics, Bane's eyes are covered and his mouth's exposed sometimes. Sometimes his mouth's covered too. But this one, it's just his mouth covered, so you can see his eyes, which is really cool because he does a really good job at showing his eyes, his motion in his eyes. Yep, and every villain is in this one. I'm not considering this a spoiler. Some people might, but I'm not. Every villain is in this one except for the Joker. It's sad, but the guy who was what's his name? Scarecrow is in it at one point. Liam Neeson, he's in it at one point. Even though it's not really him, I guess it's like a hallucination, I think. Obviously the villains now are in it, and they have a flashback with Harvey Dent, which you might not consider that, but he's in it. His face is in it, so flashback of Two-Face. But seriously, epic movie. Bane's probably the biggest threat Gotham's ever had. He pretty much puts the whole city under hostage. But it's chaotic, it's awesome, epic conclusion to a trilogy. So in the end, I rate this movie 2 thumbs up. So, hope you guys enjoyed the movie. Bye! My God, I am wearing hockey pads.